She laughed at his armor, but after her strike, the sword bent like rubber. The alien warrior's laughter echoed across the training grounds like rolling thunder. Towering above the others, Zelvora of the Draxri Empire stood with her sword raised, her dark eyes glinting beneath the twin suns of Valkyr and Four. "You wear scrap metal and call it protection?" she sneered, staring at the human who stood across from her. Commander Lorne Vega adjusted the straps on his armor, his expression unreadable. The plates covering his chest shimmered with a dull gray tone. Uneventful, unimpressive alien eyes. To the Draxri, it looked like trash salvage from a primitive world. "I suppose we'll see how well it works," Lorne replied calmly, his voice steady. Zelvora twirled her blade once. "Don't take it personally, human. You volunteered." The crowd of alien soldiers cheered for their champion. This was meant to be a demonstration, Earth's attempt to gain respect among the Draxri by showcasing one of their warriors. But now it was a joke. A human, in that clunky armor, facing one of the most feared female warriors in Quadrant. The outcome was inevitable, or so they thought. The duel began with a silent nod. Zelvora moved like lightning, her long limbs propelled by muscles honed for years in gravity twice Earth's. Her blade slashed through the air with a roar. The force could cleave most metals in half. She struck Lorne's chest, and her sword bent, not broke, not bounced, bent, like soft rubber striking stone. The laughter stopped. The crowd fell silent. Zelvora stared in disbelief at her weapon. "What?" Lorne didn't move. He tilted his head. "Still think it's scrap?" She snarled and struck again. Shoulder, hip, neck, side. Each time with the full strength of a Draxri elite. Each time, the result was the same. The sword twisted, warped, nearly coiled around the human, like a ribbon of confused steel. Zelvora stepped back, panting, fury in her eyes. What kind of sorcery is this? Lorne reached up and tapped the armor. Carbon weave mesh, interlaced with SmartFlex polymers and impact-absorbing gel layers. Human-made. Ugly, I know. She stared at him as if she were seeing a ghost. He moved forward. "Your sword isn't the problem. Your expectations are." The duel was called off, but something had changed. For the first time, a Draxri elite had failed to break a human's defense. Word spread fast across the training compounds and diplomatic quarters. What was meant to humiliate the human delegation had backfired spectacularly, and Zelvora, shamed before her people, demanded answers. She found Lorne later that night, alone in the sparring hall, cleaning his armor with a cloth. "You embarrass me," she said flatly. "You tried to decapitate me," he replied without looking up. She crossed her arms. "That armor, what else can it do?" He set the cloth down. "Enough to keep me alive. Against blades, heat, kinetic blasts." She narrowed her eyes. "You came here to prove humans are more than what we think." "I came here so we wouldn't have a fight again," he said. "If you respect what we can do, we might avoid a war." She paced like a predator. "I don't understand you. No weapons, no aggression, just defense." Lorne shrugged. "Defense is the difference between surviving and ruling. We learned that too late on Earth. Now we build things to protect, not destroy." Zelvora's expression changed, just slightly. A flicker of thought behind her rigid posture. "I've never fought an enemy who didn't strike back. Maybe I wasn't your enemy." The next day, Zelvora approached the human training zone, her sword replaced by a practice staff. "I want to spar," she said. Lorne raised an eyebrow. "Spar? Not fight." She nodded once. They circled each other for a while, sticks clashing in soft rhythms, more like a dance than combat. "You move differently," she observed. "You strike like a hammer," he replied. "Draxri learned to dominate the battlefield. Humans adapt." That's our specialty. She hesitated. I underestimated you. You're not the first, he said with a smile. Weeks passed. What started as public mockery turned into private lessons. Training together, learning each other's movements, languages, scars. One evening, Lorne found himself staring at Zelvora across a quiet meal. The warrior woman, once proud and dismissive, was now curious, gentle, even. Why did you laugh at me that day? He asked. She looked up. Because I thought you were weak. And now, she gave a small, reluctant smile. Now I think you're dangerous. In the best way. He chuckled. You know, I didn't volunteer for that duel. Your general insisted. Mine too, she admitted. They wanted to make you look foolish. And now, they've stopped sending warriors to challenge you. And they started asking for armor designs. Lorne leaned back. That's a good start. Then more softly, but not the end. One night, she brought him to the mountaintop temple above the valley base. Sacred ground. No outsiders permitted. And yet, she stood beside him unafraid. This place is where Draxry leaders are chosen, she said. We swear our oaths here. He looked around. The stars shimmered above, more vibrant than any place he'd seen. What kind of oath? She stepped closer. To protect. To fight. To never kneel unless it is by choice. He turned to her. And would you kneel now? Zelvora's eyes met his. No, she whispered. But I would stand beside you. Soon, rumors spread again, this time of respect. Then whispers of affection. And finally, open talk of bonding. A human and a Draxry elite? Unthinkable. Yet there they stood, at the council hall steps. Together, she in her ceremonial armor, a Draxry symbol of unity etched across her chest. He in the same old gray suit that had bent her sword. Only now, she saw it differently. Not ugly, not crude, strong, honest, unbreakable. Like him, like the peace they'd built. And in the days that followed, as Draxry engineers worked beside human scientists, forging a new line of armor and defense, a plaque was placed in the center of the training hall. It read. She laughed at his armor, but it was her expectations that broke.